Adulting 101. Navigating the possibilities of returning to the classroom in midlife. So, I was casually scrolling through social media, and what do I stumble upon? The usual suspects gracing my feed. Cute and cuddly pet selfies, videos so silly you swear you won't watch them twice. But you do, of course. And someone rocking a bold new hairdo. But then, out of nowhere, I see an invite to my 20-something-year high school reunion. I did a quick double take, thinking that perhaps it was a glitch in the algorithm, or perhaps mistaken identity. How could it be that I graduated high school more than 2 decades ago? A few minutes later, I got off of the denial bus and realized that I had to face the music. Yep, I have been out of high school for over 20 years. In fact, if my life had gone down a different path, I could have a kid who graduated high school a few years back. #reality checkmate. School days. Now, I'm sure like everyone, when you go back in time and think of school, you're suddenly hit with a tsunami of memories and feelings. Remember those nights when you were wide awake at 3 a.m., desperately trying to cram calculus formulas into your brain before the dreaded midterm? What about the day when you got to sit with the cool kids at lunch, silently praying that none of them would notice your outdated Nikes? Or maybe you remember that teacher that made a difference in your life because they saw something in you that you hadn't seen in yourself. But now that you're in a different stage of life where school is no longer synonymous with fitting it with the popular crowd or sprinting to catch the school bus, have you ever thought about going back to school? Why you might contemplate returning to the classroom? Perhaps it's something your employer is offering as a work perk, or perhaps they are even requiring it from you in order to make your next career move. Or maybe it's because you want to stay in the loop with technology and understand what terms like AI or ChatGPT mean, so you don't just have to nod and smile when others talk about them. Or is it a pending recurring item on your to-do list that you weren't able to check off years ago? Regardless of what your circumstances are, if you are contemplating going back to school as an adult, it's a journey that's equal parts exciting and terrifying. It's like signing up to run a 10K marathon in 6 months, after you've spent the last few years on the couch with Netflix and pizza. Thankfully, in the digital age, there are a lot more options for returning to the classroom, and for many of them, an acceptable dress code includes your favorite onesie with your cozy slippers. Below are some low-cost, time-friendly options for returning to the classroom. Online universities. Online universities can be great alternatives for busy adults with a lot on their plate. Perhaps you're thinking, how could I ever find the time to study online? I'm still trying to figure out how to make the day last 25 hours, so I can check off everything on my to-do list. The great part about online universities is how flexible they are. Study whenever and wherever suits you best, and do it at your own pace. So whether you are most productive at the crack of dawn, or you prefer to study while sitting on the beach at dusk, while listening to the sound of the rustling waves, you don't have to put your life on pause to get your degree. Another great perk about online programs is that they are often more budget-friendly than traditional programs, and some even give you credit for your real-world life experiences. Sound tempting? If you think that sounds too good to be true, USLAX University, United States Institute of Language and Clerical Studies, is an online university that allows you to turn life experience into a degree. If you've been doing volunteer work for years, attending online or in-person seminars, or managing projects at home or work, you might be eligible for their quick and affordable program. Click on the link here and in the description box to find out how to get a $100 discount on tuition. Online courses. If you're looking to dip your toes into the virtual classroom before diving in the deep end, you might want to check out platforms like Coursera, edX, and Udemy. They offer a wide range of affordable courses, including many free options, on topics ranging from project management to graphic design to AI for beginners. Since most are self-paced, feel free to binge-watch lessons during lunch breaks, in between meetings, or while baking an apple pie. Plus, you'll get a taste of the online classroom experience without having to commit to a full semester. certifications, and micro-credentials. If you want to go the fast and furious track, look into industry-recognized certifications. These are often shorter than traditional degrees, but pack a punch in terms of job market value. Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, for example, offer certifications that can fast-track your skills in tech, business, and IT. Best part: many of them are affordable, online, and totally doable while you juggle your day job. Local community college classes. Let's not overlook local community colleges. Many community colleges offer certificate programs in high-demand fields, like healthcare, IT, and business, at a fraction of the cost of a traditional university. Classes are often designed specifically for adult learners who have to spend all day adulting and are only able to study evenings and weekends. However, if the classes have an in-person option only, keep in mind that the dress code will probably not include your favorite onesie and matching cozy slippers. Contemplating the adventure. Deciding whether or not to return to the classroom as an adult is kind of like getting in line for a roller coaster ride. You're excited, a little nervous, and definitely wondering if you're too old for this. And while returning to the classroom in midlife might not be an option, or even a desire for many, it can also be a thrilling adventure filled with opportunities. Regardless of what you decide, remember that we all have an innate desire to keep learning new things, whether that be in a traditional classroom setting or in the biggest classroom of all, life. I'd love to hear from you. Have you thought about returning to the classroom, or have you tried any of the online options listed in this article? And as always, please be sure to like, comment, and share this post.